Hello travelers and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another hotel review and tour, and we are going to Edinburgh, Scotland today. So based off of the itinerary of our trip, we actually stayed at two different hotels in Edinburgh, and this was the second hotel that we stayed in. We did only stay in it for a night, and I will explain why, but also I'm kind of glad that we only stayed here for a night, but let's just go ahead and get on into it so I can explain more to you guys. Okay, so the hotel is called the Murrayfield Hotel, and it is super cute. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it looked like. So first off, it's this really old building, and it's super neat inside. There's no elevators, so beware of that if you need any elevators, but the inside is very, like, you can just tell that it's very much older building, so it has a lot of really cool details and things like that. The lobby is really cool with a lot of wood areas in it. There's also a restaurant inside, which if we had stayed longer at this hotel, I definitely would have wanted to pop in and get a drink, but alas, we did not have enough time, but it was very cute, and I think if you have time, you should definitely hit it up. But our hotel room was actually not on the ground floor, but the floor above the ground floor. So we just walked up the stairs and then walked into our room. We got what is considered the classic double room. We did not get a very large room just because we were only staying there for a night and didn't feel that it was necessary. However, that's what we did end up with. It was basically a king-size bed, but let me just explain kind of what you see when you walk in. So when you walk in, the main area is obviously the bed just because it is so big. So there's the bed with two side tables, but there's also a very large armoire in there, which held tons of things in there. And then there was a small desk in the front of the bed with a TV right above it. This was perfect because on this trip I did work from home some, so this was great for me to kind of have a place to sit at my computer. And then there was a full-length mirror. If you're a regular on this channel, you know how much I love a full-length mirror. So I really liked this. It was right next to the window, so great lighting, and the window was super beautiful. It overlooked the roof, but it overlooked a residential street, so that was really cool to see kids walking to school or coming from school and things like that. So that was really nice. The bathroom, I will talk about the elephant in the closet and the smallness of it in a second. But it was just a bathroom, a sink, toilet, shower, and that's pretty much it. But the room was really nice. Yeah, really liked it. I had a really comfortable night of sleep, comfortable bed, etc. So let's go ahead and get into the pros and cons of this hotel. I always like to get the pros out of the way first, so let's go ahead and jump on into those. So the first con, by far, was the bathroom. It was comically small, so small. Jamie and I joked around that we could sit on the toilet, brush our teeth, and take a shower all at the same time. Now, this is not an uncommon thing in Europe. However, I was a little shocked to see it. I personally have not seen a ton of bathrooms that are this small, so it did take me aback. So I'm glad that we only stayed for a night, because getting ready in there as a person with hair and doing makeup probably would have been really complicated, and I did not have to, so that's really good. But yeah, the bathroom was really small. The shower was quite big. The shower was big enough to be comfortable. My second big con is that it is quite a bit away from the middle section of Edinburgh, Old Town, and that really hot and popular area of Edinburgh. It was a pretty long walk, so we did end up getting an Uber, and the reason why we did all this was because based off of our trip, we were only staying in Edinburgh for that night to continue on to our trip, so it was really just a stop for the night. We did end up taking an Uber into town for dinner, but it was really just more a relaxation night where let's go to sleep early, let's it's not a sightseeing night, so it didn't matter to us in like really that much, but if you're staying there in Edinburgh and this is like your home base for a few days, you might want to consider that it is a little bit of a walk, but which some people might like that so much. I don't mind walking. However, sometimes when you're like on a time limit, having an hour walk isn't like the most time saving thing. So it is definitely on like the outskirts of town, if you will. But it was lovely. It just something to know if you're planning to stay here. So other than those two things, honestly, there really isn't any big other cons. So let's go ahead and get on into the pros. So obviously this hotel is just really, really cool. It's so unique. I loved all the decor in the room, and while it was further outside of the city, that can also be seen as a pro because it was a little bit more quiet. You saw the more residential side of Edinburgh, which is super nice. I think any traveler really appreciates that type of stuff. So yeah, I definitely really, really liked it, and it's just like, I felt like it was like a really good quality place, if that makes any sense. Also, the pricing was incredible compared to some of the other Edinburgh hotels. Now, granted, you might make that up in Uber rides if you're like going back and forth. But for us, for this one night, it was perfect. It was a very affordable place. I felt like the price was just right, so I really, really appreciated that as well. There was also parking on site, which is really, really nice. Not every hotel in like a major city has that. So that was really, really awesome. We didn't have to pay any additional price for that. So that was really nice too. But yeah, I really liked the hotel. It was really nice. I felt luxurious while we were there just because it was so clean and comfortable, and everybody that worked there was super pleasant and nice. So yeah, those are the pros and cons of this hotel. Whatever you do, you won't go wrong if you decide to stay here. It is a very nice, pleasant stay. Just a few things to consider when you are booking this place, but I do recommend it. And as far as stars, this is a really difficult one. I always like to give a star rating to every hotel, and I'm really torn in between 3 and 4 stars. So let's give it like a 3.5. The reason I decided to give it a 3.5 is because of those two cons, but it was a beautiful hotel, very worth it. So I think that's a really good rating for this hotel. If you guys are interested in booking the hotel, I will definitely put the link down below. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. Please stay tuned for more Scotland and England videos, the whole UK. Well, we have a lot more to see, let's be honest, but we did get a pretty good taste of it, and I'm really excited to share everything with you guys. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked it. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye and happy travels.